Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about a study that finds that cannabidiol improves blood flow to parts of the brain associated with memory and decision making. So this is really interesting stuff. Like I've been talking about, there have been studies that come out all the time proving CBD's effects. Um, and I know with brain flow and memory and decision making, I know that with CBD the mixture of certain terpenes can promote certain types of feelings and behaviors. So it'll definitely be interesting how they conducted this study. But this is just one more thing that we can add to the list of good things that come from CBD. Now, before we get into this article, please subscribe, and definitely if you have any questions, comment down below. I'll definitely answer any questions that you guys have. Also, if you're looking to get into CBD yourself, there's a quiz link in the description where they'll ask a few questions and we'll get you set up with some custom recommendations and a personal CBD expert that'll be able to step by step get you from point A to point B when it comes to CBD. All right, so let's get into this article. So just one dose of cannabidiol CBD was shown to improve blood flow to parts of the brain, a new small study suggests. Researchers found that the main non-psychoactive ingredient in marijuana increased blood flow to the hippocampus, the area of the brain responsible for memories and learning. It also increased blood flow to the part of section of the brain responsible for decision making. So a team from University of College London says the findings could offer better targeted therapies for those who suffer conditions that affect memory, such as Alzheimer's disease and post-traumatic stress disorder. Yeah, so I get a lot of veterans that come in, a lot of people in general that come in for anxiety, PTSD. Definitely helps with patients that experience those symptoms from those disorders or those diseases. And I know that there was a new clinical trial for the use of CBD oil with Alzheimer's disease that just started like maybe a week or two ago in India. So we'll definitely be doing a video on the findings for that study. But yeah, so more studies are coming out proving its effects, positive effects to Alzheimer's and anxiety-driven disorders. So it looks like this, they have a graphic right here which shows the placebo and the CBD. And with the placebo, I'm guessing this chart is brain activity. So the low end, the red is where the placebo is, and the yellow is where the CBD takes effect. So yeah, it does look like CBD is doing is increasing brain activity if this is what this chart is representing. I'm not exactly sure, but I can only assume that that's what it is. But let's see. Researchers from University College London gave 15 participants with no history of cannabis use 600 milligrams of CBD, the main non-psychoactive ingredient in marijuana, on different occasions for a week, and then 600 milligrams of placebo. Okay, so yeah, it looks like obviously the CBD is getting a reaction to, the person is reacting to CBD positively if this is brain activity, which is pretty awesome. All right, so quote, to our knowledge, this is the first study to find that CBD increases blood flow to key regions involved in memory processing, particularly the hippocampus, end quote, said lead author Dr. Michael Bloomfield, a professor of psychiatry at UCL. Quote, this supports the view that CBD has region-specific blood flow effects in the human brain, which has previously been disputed, unquote. So yeah, so it's great that when science ends up being wrong, because then we learn more. So that's the great thing about studying in science and doing trials. What we thought in the past is no longer what we think in the future, as long as we keep testing. So CBD and THC are both derived from the cannabis plant. We all know that. Together, they're part of the cannabinoid group of compounds found in hashish, hash oil, and most strains of marijuana. THC is the psychoactive compound responsible for the euphoric high feeling often associated with marijuana. The compound interacts with CB1 receptors in the central nervous system and brain and creates the sensation of euphoria and anxiety. But CBD, which is non-psychoactive, does not fit these receptors well and is believed to be responsible for some of marijuana's therapeutic effects, such as pain relief. Yeah, and also definitely with anxiety relief, just like it said there, THC creates the sensations of euphoria and anxiety. So it would make sense to, if you were trying to combat anxiety, to use a non-THC compound so that you can eliminate the anxiety side effects and still get the therapeutic effects. For the study published in the Journal of Psychopharmacology, the team recruited 15 young and healthy participants with no history of cannabis use. Okay, we kind of just went over this. Then 7 days later, they were given the capsule that they didn't take. So a week they took CBD, and then another week they took placebo, and both, I guess they were split, and one part of the group took the placebo and the cannabis, and then the next week the other part of the group takes the, so yeah, they just switch off. Next, researchers used an MRI brain scanning technique called arterial spin labeling, which measures blood oxygen level changes. Results show that CBD significantly increased blood flow to the hippocampus and the orbitofrontal cortex, the latter of which plays a role in decision making. Okay, so it looks like this chart right here. Okay, so this chart shows the MRIs and increased blood flow with the use of CBD. Let me see. So results. Okay, so cannabidiol is one of the main constituents of cannabis and is getting interest from therapeutic potential. Bloomfield said there is evidence that CBD may reduce symptoms of psychosis and anxiety. There's some evidence to suggest that CBD may improve memory function. Yeah, okay, so blood oxygen levels changes. So increased blood flow, increased brain activity has been tested with CBD. So that's really awesome news, really good news. It's good to see we're still testing, and we're still, even though this is a very small clinical trial, it's only 15 people. So obviously, 15 people, we can't say definitively that yes, CBD does increase blood flow, but in these patients it had. So this will lead the way to more clinical trials. Maybe we'll have one that has 1,000, 10,000 people, and we can kind of definitively say that yes, CBD does increase blood flow to the brain and help with decision making and memory. Like I said in the beginning, I know CBD, when mixed with certain terpenes, can produce uplifting or focus-driven effects. So it's good to see that we're actually getting studies down on this, so we can actually start referring to these studies. Hey, so and so in London said they did a study with a bunch of people and it proved this, rather than saying it works for my friend and her mom and her mom's sister, so it should work for you. So that's all I have to say today. Today's a short video, but definitely like, subscribe. If you got any questions or any topics that you want me to cover, feel free to comment in the comment section down below. But thank you guys for watching, and thank you guys for listening. You guys have a wonderful day, okay? Bye now.